The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 185.
Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of outstanding women finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com to check out amazing blog articles and our killer resources.
Well, hello friend, welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a phenomenal lady who's all the way from Australia. She is a vocal coach, and she also has her own podcast and school, which is called One Voice, and I'm just really excited to have her on and share her story and tips on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Tina Bangel. Tina, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to our listeners.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I really am honored to be part of your community, and I've listened to your podcast and I've honored to be part of the amazing women that you've interviewed. So thank you so much. So I am a vocal coach in Sydney, Australia. And as you mentioned, I help people find their voice, discover their voice, and also master their singing voices. And I find that a lot of my students find confidence within their life and personal life, just discovering their voice. So it's very rewarding for me to work with some kids and some adults and help them, sing to a performance level.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Tina, what's your cultural background?
I'm originally from the Philippines, just like you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And, what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
I think my favorite self-confidence quote is by Marie Forleo. And I was introduced to Marie's work about 3 years ago. And the quote is, "Stay on your game and keep going for your dreams. The world needs that special gift that only you have." And I think that really helped me to, go on my journey to find what my gift is and to share it with the students that I have in a very honest and authentic way. So yeah, she's wonderful, Marie.
Awesome. And yeah, Marie Forleo is, a phenomenal woman. And it's great that you're able to find your gift and use it, to help inspire others, because there's so many women out there who feel like they don't have a gift. When each and every one of us here are here for a reason, because we do have a certain gift, a certain talent that nobody else has, right? So I'm glad you're able to find that and help other people, find their own gifts in the process. And in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
I guess it's that feeling that you get when you say to yourself, I did it and I'm okay. I think that comes from moving out of your comfort zone and stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something that scares you. And it also comes from knowing what you're good at and building up on that and enhancing the skills that you have. So that would be my definition.
Awesome. And I love what you said, just doing something and saying, I did it, I'm okay. Because, most of us are always so scared of the outcome. And that outcome isn't as bad as we always think, whether it's like trying a new marketing strategy, trying a new sport, maybe asking, a guy you like for their number, I mean, it's not as bad as we think. And, it's like, if we can get through that, we can get through anything. So
yeah, exactly.
Great definition. And, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
I guess growing up, I was very shy and very scared to share my thoughts and feelings. I'd be very scared to even put up my hand at school, and answer questions, even though deep inside I knew the answer to the questions. And I was just scared to communicate with people. And, taking up singing lessons really helped me discover self-confidence. Looking back on it, it's been a journey for me, and it's something that I need to work on and build upon every day. So as growing up in the Filipino community and a Filipino household, it was really important for me to finish school and go to uni and then get a job. And it was really, really important from my family as well. My parents are both accountants. So when I said to them, I really want to quit my job and focus on singing, it was a bit of a shock to them, because I spent, 3 years getting a nutritional degree and then I worked in the industry for 3 years. And then I said everything was just kind of leading towards music, and it was a lot of it was really difficult for me to make that transition because it was, my parents used to always say, okay, singing should just be a hobby. It's not going to bring food to the table. It's just a hobby on the side with your job. Yeah, it was very difficult for me to get out of that mindset. And it was when I decided I'm going to study music and treat it like a business, that's when everything kind of turned around for me. One of the things that when I decided to make singing my full-time living, I was saying, I was thinking, okay, what do I need to be doing? I need to perhaps enter more competitions, and I got self-confidence from challenging myself in that way. My singing teacher would enter me into talent quests, and from there I got some jobs, and then I got more coaching, and I studied at the Australian Institute of Music, where I was able to network with more students and network with lecturers as well. So as soon as they saw me working hard and doing the tasks that they gave me, a lot of the lecturers would say, okay, there's an audition here. And I think going for those auditions really helped me build up my self-confidence as well. Even though there were auditions that I got knocked back from, there were times when I did get a job, and that brought me much more self-confidence. So I think it really helped me overcome the fear of rejection. Being on stage, having to deal with members from all different lifestyles really helped me as well. So for example, I would do pub gigs and have to entertain and deal with drunk people. And then on the other side, I was, doing really high profile functions and high profile weddings. And then that was a different realm altogether as well. So it helped me build up my confidence in ways that I would have not thought about. I think it opened my mind up to the world as well.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And because you were able to pursue singing and just kept on going, even though, your parents told you it was just a hobby. I mean, we all go through that, right? We want to go do something, but yet our parents think it's not the way because they're not used to it. It's like for them, that's not what they were taught, right?
Yeah. And there was nobody in our family that actually did anything in the music industry or the entertainment industry. So it was very foreign for them.
Yeah. And sometimes you just got to go out there and just do it on your own. And, because of that, just singing, pursuing singing, doing whatever you had to take to get there. What's your life been like now?
Well, I think every day is, again, building up on my self-confidence. And when I was able to think of helping, being of service for kids and their families, I think it really helped me create a message that, singing is not just about learning a song and performing it on stage. It can really inspire people, and it can inspire people to do something that's out of their comfort zone. So, for example, every year I get my students to create a list of goals that they want to achieve with singing. And many of them always say, I want to be able to give back to the community. So it's really exciting for me to hear them say that, because they want to use their voice and what they're learning in my studio to give back to the community. So this year we're planning to raise funds for a non-profit organization called Kids Express. And Kids Express helps kids who are disadvantaged, and they use music therapy or art therapy to help those children with their hardships, and I guess help them with, their self-esteem, their confidence, and help them to express themselves. So our focus will be to, raise funds for that organization and perhaps perform in some way to help create that message and bring out the message to the world that, singing and the arts isn't just about a finished product. It's a way that you can use your art to transform lives.
Awesome. And that's amazing how, you turn something as your love for singing be, like you said, a ripple effect to change so many other people's lives. And like your kids, thinking of using their talent and their voice to help others as well. It's just, you're just pushing it forward, giving it back to the community. So that's amazing. And Tina, to the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be in her own journey to self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
My biggest tip and advice would probably be creating a vision board and thinking about all the things that you want to achieve within the next 10 years. I remember creating one for myself, and on the vision board, I had Julie Andrews in Disneyland with a bunch of children wearing the Mickey Mouse hats. And I said, one day I would love to be able to take my kids to Disneyland to perform, but I had no idea how it was going to happen. And then in 2013, I was able to make connections with other people to help that happen. So, look at what your vision is and create a vision board with words and pictures that inspire you. Look at it every day and then work towards those visions.
Awesome. And that's a great tip. Vision boards are great. We keep on seeing the things that you want. You will start attracting it and have, the universe or God or whoever you believe in will start giving you signs as to where to go to get what you want. So Tina, if our listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about you or connect with you, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Yeah, I have my website, tinabangel.com, and also I have a free checklist to see if you going in the right path to singing with confidence or even speaking with confidence. It's at tinabangel.com/sing with confidence.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And listeners, if you want to connect with Tina, you can also head on over to thetowofselfconfidence.com and search for Tina's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank Tina for sharing her journey with us. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sheena.
Not a problem. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for connecting with us on the Tao of Self-Confidence. Visit thetowofselfconfidence.com for links to everything we chatted about, as well as killer resources, gifts, and so much more.